Welcome to Midday, Kentucky, everyone. Good afternoon. David Goldman stepping in for Katie Solover. She is still tripping around.
Gosh, I love it.
She's all over the place.
She is.
And she's actually, I don't know the countries that she's in, but she's went to see the Game of Thrones castle, which I thought, lucky her.
Oh,
but I also don't think
magnificent.
she's actually been watching Game of Thrones, not like me, and I deserve to be at that castle.
We should have gone instead.
Exactly.
Just saying, people.
So she's back on Monday, of course. David's going to be joining us here every Friday from now moving forward. So he's in this week testing out whether he can do a good enough job.
See if he can put up with us.
I love it. I love it. You guys are so much fun, though. I mean, we have a good time.
We do. We get there. We get there. Some days it's a little, how you going? Hey, I wanted to ask you this. If you weren't doing this, what would be your ideal job? Now, I know you said something to me, David, that you'd love to go and become a motivational speaker.
Yeah, just like getting out there and connecting with people and kind of seeing them like build themselves up in life. That'd be great for me.
What about
Awesome.
you?
You know,
What is something that you've always wanted to do?
Oh gosh, I mean, what we're doing right now actually is wonderful.
really?
Yeah, it is. But also, I love search and rescue. I used to be a volunteer for the Bluegrass Search and Rescue. I had a search dog that was a cadaver search dog, and I loved it, loved it. If I could do that full-time, get paid for it,
Really?
it would be fantastic.
I've often thought, and I know this sounds crazy, but I love skiing, as everyone knows. I would like to run a B&B up in the snow mountains.
Oh, that'd be great.
Wow.
That's something I'd like to do.
Okay, that's a real
and
dream.
something as a bit of fun. I've always wanted to travel the world in a Winnebago.
Yeah. Oh,
I
love
know.
it. That could be its own. That's your next show.
Yeah, it is,
I think
seriously.
so.
Winnebago with Troy.
Wow.
Exactly. Okay, on the road with TT. So the reason why I'm asking you this is because I found this really interesting story, and it's a couple. Okay,
Right.
their name is Jack and Lauren. Now they're not celebrities, so they're not been on TV. They've got nothing as such, but they are Instagram famous, I should say. Now they met in Bali last year while holidaying. Now they pull in over 6 figures a year, traveling the world. Okay, between them they have 3.4 million followers on Instagram.
Wow.
They get paid to holiday and
love
travel
it.
the world.
Okay,
Now,
this is my dream job.
I'm changing mine too.
right.
This is what I'm doing now.
see, it's funny. I would be bored after 6 weeks. I remember I went to Europe, my very first trip, and I went away for 6 weeks. And after about 4, I was ready to get back home and get back into work.
That can be
I'm a
exhausting
workaholic,
when you're jumping from one area to the next and you're just always running around. But I'm kind of with you.
Can I
on
just
that.
say, when I say Europe,
I would be willing to give it a shot.
I just meant to say Paris and Italy. I didn't travel very far.
Okay. All right. The food. I think the food
Yeah.
would be one of the best parts
It
about
would be.
that. Just eating all the deliciousness. I could
But
handle
could you
that.
do it as a full-time job? I don't know. Some of these posts, they get paid from sponsors. Anything between
Right.
$3,000 a post and $9,000. There was an per post.
Wow.
Okay, this was interesting. He was going on and saying, Morris was actually saying that he did a job for a phone company where I flew out for 3 days. There were 2 days filming and then 1 day to do 5 photos on Instagram, and that was $35,000.
You know, I call that a good day.
I
would do
think
That's
so
not a
too.
bad week.
You
That's
know.
not a bad week, my friends.
But here's my question with that too. I mean, I know that they're doing this and it's a job, but are they really relaxing and having fun too? I mean, are they really relaxing into it? I mean, it
Yeah.
seems like they're so worried
Interesting you
about
say
doing all
that,
this.
actually. That's a really good point. And I just wonder, how much work does it take to get the perfect shot?
Oh, I'm
how many
sure.
selfies do we take before we actually put the one up? Like, let's be
It's
real.
a lot. You know, there's a lot of
Exactly.
Photoshop going
So
on.
we'll just bring up some of those pictures again, and there was some images of giraffes eating off the table.
That was one of my
How
favorites.
much did you have to coax those darn giraffe in to put their head through there? And I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen automatically.
Oh yeah, you know there's a lot of prep for it. Just getting ready, you know, think about the hair and the makeup and just running around. We're probably not seeing all that, you know, but
Yeah.
we're seeing the glamour.
Yeah.
And they
Exactly.
do a great job with it. I mean, I want that job.
Do you?
I'm ready. If
Okay.
you guys need me, just call me.
I think you'd be bored after a few months. I really do.
I'm challenge accepted.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're going
Let's
to
do
find
it.
you a
That's my
job doing
response.
that. Hey, something that is, I wasn't sure whether we should talk about this, but it has been all over the news, and I wanted you to break it all down about a local. Sorry.
Oklahoma.
Thank you. I was like, I'm trying to get that word out. Oklahoma, and I can say it. I couldn't work out why I couldn't say it. And about her daughter. Tell us
Yes.
the background of the story.
Okay, so a mother has her daughter at school. The school decides to do a trip. Well, actually, first, they had the Youth Services of Tulsa do a sex education presentation at the school.
Right.
So then the daughter asked for additional information along with some of her friends, and they arranged a trip for the daughter and her friends to go to this clinic. And as a result, she got birth control without her mother's permission.
Now, we need to step back there. The daughter is 16.
The daughter is 16
The mother
years old.
did give permission
Well-
to go on the field trip.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was a what she thought was that it was a field trip, but it was an arranged trip by the school because the girls asked for additional information.
Right.
So it wasn't for all the girls at the school. It was only the ones that asked for that additional
Yes.
information. So they did call, but the mother didn't understand evidently that this was, more of a, session, a
Planned trip.
consultation.
She was kind of like, Mom, will you sign this field
Yeah,
trip? I
just
gotta
sign
go
for
on
this.
this
I'm
trip."
going to go. So the
Yeah.
daughter gets there, she gets it. But what's even worse is that the
Well,
birth control
yeah.
is an implant, a 3-year Norplant implant.
Is that what you class as an IUD?
Yes,
Is
yes,
that what
it
they
is.
call an IUD? Now,
Yes.
there are a lot of complications for having them implanted as well, I have been told.
Yes, I mean there's cancer related to it. There's many different
And so
side effects associated.
basically the mother's gone absolutely ballistic.
Right.
Now, here's my thought on this. If the girl is wanting, or the girls are wanting to have a trip to this birth control clinic or this sex ed clinic, they're obviously already thinking about having sex.
Or they are already having sex too.
Or they're already having sex. Yeah, they probably already are. And they've already done their research.
Right.
Right.
So, as a mum,
Yes.
as someone who is getting married and will have to have the talk with their kids, where do you sit with having that conversation about your boys? Okay,
Yeah.
you're going to have that conversation soon.
Exactly. Well, if I did have a young girl, I mean, obviously, I would, once that time comes, I would say probably as young as 12 to 13 years old, we need to be having that conversation. Oh, yes.
Social
oh, yes.
media.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hide anything.
You
really.
can't. You really can't. And so that conversation needs to happen, which it did with this mother and her daughter. And but her daughter, in my opinion, honestly, I don't know if I would really be that upset about it like this mother was, because I like the initiative that the daughter is taking.
Interesting
if
you
she's
say that.
thinking that she's going to be having sex, I want her protected. I would want her to not get pregnant.
What do you
Right.
think?
So that's just
I like
my...
what you brought up, Lisa. I think, she brought it on the responsibility of like making sure she's not going to get pregnant.
Right.
I think she was very sneaky, as
Right.
kids can be, and I think maybe if she said, Mom, listen, I need this, maybe they could have had some other discussions. But
Yeah.
in the big picture, I respect what she did.
Well, and keep in mind too that the federal law states, it's Title X federal guidelines allow youth as young as 12 to get birth control without parental consent.
And that's just in the state of Oklahoma.
That is a federal guideline in,
Oh my
in
God.
so that's the
Oklahoma.
United States. Okay, wow.
I had no idea.
Wow.
12.
12.
12 years old.
Well, I think it also comes down to, I think she shows great initiative
Right.
to do that.
Right.
But I also think there should be a conversation if you are having sex at that age,
Right.
where the guys are talking about
Right.
what they should be doing as
Right.
using as protection as well.
Right.
Because we all know that, some of these kids are having sex at 11, 12, and 13. And, multiple
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
people.
Well, and the thing I would have been angry about with this as a parent, more so than anything, was the implant versus the pill.
Right.
I got you.
You
A little
know?
bit more
I got
permanent.
you.
Let's ease our way into that.
Moving along to something that I thought was quite funny when it comes to, because you're engaged, and I
Yep.
was thinking, I wonder if your fiance would engrave something like this on your
Well-
engagement/wedding ring.
So Brandy and I have been talking about, like, with our wedding rings, do we want to get something, a little symbolic, like a little phrase or something? So
Oh,
we-
you have?
Oh yeah, we've looked at it, like I love you forever.
How do you feel
or
about the
things like that.
tattoo?
That's not really our style.
Yeah.
But that's cool for everybody. And with us, it's there's a lot of different things. So we started Googling it, checking it all out. And we found, just some wild phrases people would put. One of my favorites was finally. And I was like, oh
So
god.
people are putting these on the inside of
In
the
the
ring. Is that
inside,
correct?
just a little secret message.
That's awesome.
One of the favorites also, we laughed about this, was "You'll do." Can you imagine
You'll do?
somebody engraving "You'll do" on there?
Lord.
I mean, it was. We had some good laughs with that, and then "Do not remove" was another favorite.
Not such a
You know,
silly idea.
It's kind of like, hey, listen.
But it
this
should
is
be on the
permanent.
outside.
Right, you know, but I love how creative with these. Or there was the "Don't lose this one." You know, for all the people that have, you know, you've lost your ring. One of my buddies, his wedding ring threw off when we were on a slip and slide, and he went back with a metal detector and found
Okay,
it a
there's
week
two
later.
things wrong with that.
Really?
The wedding ring falls off, I get it. He's maybe lost a bit of weight. Two grown men on a slip and slide? I'm sorry.
It was one of the best. I mean, it was classic. I'll definitely get some photos up for us at some
Yeah,
point.
please do.
And but then, you know, some people were a little bit more random, a little bit more promiscuous. There was a meow on one of the insides.
I never really understood what that means.
Oh, well, you know, it's a little rawr, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's,
There you go.
people have fun with it, but, you know, people, they've got to fit it for them. So we're still looking, we're still thinking. I'll keep you guys
Do you
up
really
to date.
think it's something that you'll do?
I think it's fun.
Okay.
You know, put a little bit of pizzazz in it, you know.
Okay.
It's for us.
Have you got
Little
anything on the inside of yours?
No,
Okay,
just diamonds.
checking.
Just the
Just
diamonds,
diamonds.
that's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she enjoys those more.
I think we've got time for one more story, which I thought was really interesting on the line of engagement rings. How do you both feel about crowdfunding and what you use crowdfunding
Oh,
for, like
Lord.
GoFundMe and those sorts
I
of
mean, this is hilarious because I've seen some like honeymoons crowdfunded. This guy was wanting, I think, a wedding ring.
Yeah, do you remember when they did crowdfunding for mashed potato?
Yeah,
and,
I mean-
you know, potato salad and lots of things. Well, this is a guy that was from trying to make a GoFundMe page, and he actually did, trying to raise money for $15,000 to actually contribute to the engagement ring that he wants to buy his fiancée. Okay. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of backlash
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
And he only raised $609. Here's the thing. I sort of get it. I
How do you get it? Because I don't.
Because for one of my buddy's 30th birthdays,
Okay.
we all wanted to buy him a piece of art. We'd all been friends since schools.
Okay.
And we all put in a bit of money to buy the artwork. All right? It was one gift. He then sold that artwork to buy an engagement ring for his fiancée.
Man.
And I sort of think it's so sort of GoFundMe.
Oh.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a little ruthless.
So I don't know, for or against?
Totally against.
Okay.
Totally against. Get a job.
Against.
Work
Well, he has a
hard.
job.
Buy what you can afford.
Yeah.
Buy what
Okay.
you can afford.
Against creative.
Did you ask all
but
your
against.
friends to buy the engagement ring?
No,
for
but
them?
guys, if you want to make that deposit, just let me know. All right, I mean, I'm fine.
I got you. Hey, we're coming up after the break. If you're interested in becoming a stylist, stay tuned. Barrett & Company stops by with information about their amazing programs. And we're going to talk to one of their students as well. You're watching Midday Kentucky, everyone. Stick it right here.